They're a sad day because I got to get out of character and put this on the internet, which I don't want to do. But I try to call my son. People say, why you call? I did. He don't call back. It's been months. So my question is to Romeo. Like, if you've been in the business for long as you've been in, and you're a 30-something-year-old man, and if you've been around me, watching me hustle and do my thing, why you not where you want to be at? Because that means you're not listening. That means you want to do your own thing. You done brought your own circle of people, but you can't get mad at me because I really thought this was about, the only reason I entertained this on social media, I thought it was about the DJ Twitch post I put up. And I thought it was about my daughter's death. I thought you was grieving. Mental illness is real. But I want to tell all the people out there that just don't understand how bad my heart hurt. Romeo lost a sister, but I lost a daughter. And for any parent that's going through this, because I know that it brings people closer together or it tear them apart. But I come from nothing, y'all. And I could go back. I'm cool with it. I won't be angry at God. I won't be upset. I won't go get mad and be disrespectful to my parents and none of that stuff. I just say, Dad, thank you for putting me in this world. Now I can get out and hustle and go do my thing. But that's the problem. When you take kids and you kind of like protect them from the real struggle and the pain, and you don't allow them to deal with their own consequences. And then when they grow older, you never gave me nothing. At 30-something, man, people could go back and look, you've been shining for a long time, son. All you got to do is pick up the phone and call me or come to the house and holler at me. The saddest thing about this is what the people want to see. They want to see destruction. So if you destroy me, what are you going to do for the rest of the family? Are you going to take care? You told me on the post that you put up, oh, you go take care of people in the community. That's what you're supposed to do when you come from nothing. You go help people. I'm just not helping ungrateful people. I'm not an ATM machine. People can't just say they love me when I give them something. I'm tired of that, y'all. And any other parents, you could be rich or poor at a smaller level. You might give your kid $10, but if that's all you got, I've always fell off, got back up, hustled, did my thing. I'm tired of all these blog sites and all this stuff, poking and having fun. Y'all can, but I'm about to go back to work and do what I got to do. I love my family. My door is always open for my son. To be honest, because we shouldn't have to go through this. And if I'm wrong, forgive me. I'm apologizing to you if I'm wrong. I'm still a work in progress. I come from nothing. Everybody go through trauma. I'm dealing with this right now, but I love going out into the community and helping people. That's the way I heal. Allow me to heal. I don't have to be sitting around moaning and crying and all. I can't get my daughter back, but I can get out there and keep a legacy going, keep a name going. So let's do this in love and let's do this in peace, because this is what the system wants. Think about it. We stronger together, but you older now. So you got to lead by example for the rest of the kids. And we can get through this. I'm just telling y'all, keep y'all prayers. We need it. And God gonna do what he got to do. You know, I'm not gonna come on here no more. So bloggers and everything else is cool. Whatever you want to deal with Romeo. Whatever y'all think he's saying is true or whatever, that's cool too. I can live with it. I'm at peace now. I had to speak my piece.
Well, there you have it. Master P is responding directly to Romeo. In the video, he says he can't get him to call back. Romeo's not picking up the phone. He has not spoken to Little Romeo in months. And I'm assuming out of the blue, Romeo decides to make all these posts. And, you know, Master P has heard about it. You can hear it in his voice. And he says, I don't want to do this, but I'm putting it on the internet. And it felt like he wanted to say everything he could say to his son, but his son doesn't want to hear that. And the things he basically said was, look, bro, you don't listen to nobody. You hadn't been listening to me. And, you know, you grown now. You know, you are your own responsibility. And in that regard, you should have been watching my hustle. You should have been on top of your game, making sure your money's straight. But you did not, and now you want to blame me. And he feels like Master P was basically saying, I protected you from hard times a lot, and, you know, now you just being ungrateful. I'm not about to go on the internet if I lose all my money and then go blame my parents, which I can respect. I can understand that. Then Master P just basically said, my door's always open. I can apologize for whatever. Just, you know, let's try to handle this. And basically said he's done with it. My review of it is basically he could not have that conversation with his son, so he let everything out that he had to say. I don't know if Romeo how he's going to take that, view that, and receive that, but there's a whole lot more than meets the eye. I don't know about their financial structure right now. Like if they downsize, would they still be broke and all this other stuff? I don't know. I feel like Master P feels he's tired of being an ATM to his family. But I will say, Lil Romeo been down for a long time, bro. Like a long time. I've never got those entitlement vibes from Lil Romeo because he always worked. That boy was always in movies. Whether it was Tyler Perry, he was on commercials. He was doing stuff on for the reality TV show, the Hip Hop Kids. So I can't say he was lazy and entitled. He seemed to be a hustler, man. Whether you on Love and Hip Hop, whatever. But to me, just in my regard, he's saying, Master P's like, man, so what? I messed up. So let's try to go get this money and we could be better together. That's a whole lot easier. He's on the easier side of the fence to say, I made all the money for the family, and the money you made, even if I blew it, so what? Why are you getting mad at me? And again, Lil Romeo has every right to be upset if all that money he made as Lil Romeo, he got nothing from it. He never got a payment, no nothing. I get that stuff was taken care of, but that was a lot of money he generated. And just to say that he couldn't get access or any of that, and he should be grateful. I can understand the gratefulness, but you still need to break that man off some of the bread, bro. Like that, I don't know how much money he generated, but Lil Romeo in his heyday, he had to be generating millions and millions of dollars. That's just my ballpark of it. That's just my 30,000-foot view. He should have seen some kind of money on it. And Romeo's been down for you a long time. There's nothing that would make me think he's lying about not receiving any money, any of his Lil Romeo money. I don't know, bro. He seemed like a straight shooter. He seemed like a loyal guy. It does seem like, and you know what Master P said? He basically said that, the passing of his family member, his direct seed, changed a lot. And I think it did, change a lot of the dynamic in the family. And certain things, when people pass, it exacerbates things. It makes things worse. And I think that's what's happening here. It was a slow boil. Maybe it was discontent here and there. Maybe they had conversations, and then that happens, and then it's just stark. There's nothing that could be said. There's nothing that could be done. There are people going months and days without hearing from each other, and it just blows up one day. I can understand him, Master P, saying, I wouldn't get on the internet and blast my parents. That's old school, and I think that totally needs to be respected. I kind of agree with him on that fact. It's like, look, bro, I'm not gonna dishonor my parents by going on social media and talking bad about them. If it's a real thing between y'all two and there's some missed accounting, I definitely think you need to be taking care of that in the court system. So, and if that became public, that's one thing and another. But at least you went by about it the quiet way and the right way and the honorable way. I think going to social media to say, oh, this is a mirage and everybody's gonna see and the truth will be revealed. I can understand Master P saying, why are you doing that? Like, why are you doing that after all we've gone through? Why is IG or whatever social media platform that you want to go on, why is that your mode of communication? I definitely think Romeo should have heeded that and said, look, I'm just going to get a forensic accountant. I'm going to get somebody who tracked the money, get all the records from when I was younger as Lil Romeo and see what the accounting was and how much money was actually went where and how it was spent and stuff like that. So if it went to pay taxes, okay. But yeah, what's the agreement? What were you entitled to? So you can come up with an actual number to say, no, nah, Pops, you owe me such and such. And, sending that letter to him and saying, this is what you owe me. Can we work this out? Instead of, going to IG and saying, nah, the mirage going to work itself out. So that's just my opinion on it. I know everybody in the comments got a lot of opinions on it. It's unfortunate the family business got out. Remember, nobody wins when the family feuds, and it's unfortunate. reporting it is not something that is wanted. Been big fans of both of these people and their family in general. So, like you said, just want to pray for the best and hope things work out. Black News Network.